What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Jammin with J Money. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to SBR Eyes on YouTube, or whatever platform you watch on, from the internet on the SBR.com, sportsreview.com. We reached 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we appreciate everybody for watching the show and tuning in with us every day, man. We got my guy Jordan Sharp and Junior Brown, Junior back with us today, man. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you? How was your weekend?
I just only had a couple plays this weekend. Just been a tough week for me. I just wanted to thank everybody that watches the show that sent me prayers and well wishes. That was greatly appreciated. Last week, I went to go check on my father, found him dead in his apartment. So nothing could ever prepare you for something like that. It's been tough getting over it, but like my father used to say, life don't ever stop. So when he's gone, I got to live my best life in his memory. So let's just get to this money and do what we can.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, my condolences out, man. Hope everything cool with you. You know what I'm saying? I know I know what was going on with you and stuff, but we hope everything is cool, man. What's up, Jordan? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, same here, Junior. My condolences as well. And we're always say, all this whole family here at SBR, we're with you here during this time. So we're gonna try to at least warm things up a little bit here with a little bit of money here on a Monday. But yeah, my weekend it was pretty bad. And when it comes to the basketball betting side of things, I missed a bunch of plays on NFL, NBA all day on Saturday. Couldn't get anything right. Took yesterday off, so that was good to clear my head. I always recommend that when you have a real bad day and you just can't get anything right and you're just missing every shot you take. It's good to take a day off and clear your head a little bit. And I think that helped a little bit as well. So took my Sunday off, rested up a little bit, ready to get back to the paper today.
Exactly. Yeah, I was supposed to stay off yesterday as well, man. I woke up to some bad news yesterday. One of my childhood friends got killed yesterday. So, rest in peace to my guy Mike, man. He passed away. He ain't gonna be with us no more. So I went to school with him since fifth, sixth grade. So it was a little tough. I'm not really used to, losing people, but like you say, we're gonna try to lighten up the mood, man. I know on Saturday for sure, I had only made one play. I had took the Mavs. I got the cash with that one. Oh, the first half didn't look too good, but they came out streaking in that second half, man. We got the 18-point win over the 76ers. I knew that was a good spot for them. The Cavs beat the Nuggets straight up, man, on Saturday at the house. It's 12.5-point dogs. That was pretty crazy there. The Bucks handled up on the Blazers there, 122-101. That was pretty easy. The Lakers, they beat OKC over there without LeBron and AD. Both of them sad. That was pretty crazy there to see. We know OKC's been playing some of the best ball. They had won 10 out of 11 games, and then they come in there and lay an absolute egg. Everybody was playing as well for OKC at the house, and you take that L versus Lakers, and I mean they was blowing them boys out too. It was over pretty quick, and then the Bulls beat the Pistons. You see Drummond ripping off his jersey and stuff, man. He's not looking interested whatsoever. The Timberwolves take a L about 30 to the Rockets on Saturday, and then the Celtics caught themselves getting right, winning by 35, 140 to 105 versus the Pelicans. And yesterday I did take a little light. Only thing I ended up taking was the Nuggets. They ended up getting it done for me versus the Clippers there. That was really the only thing that I was on yesterday. Real light day. I know Donovan Mitchell sat out and the Jazz still pulled it out versus the Wizards. That was pretty crazy. The Knicks beat the Heat straight up as well. We know the Heat struggle on the road, but I didn't say. I mean, the Knicks put 40 points on the Heat in their fourth quarter, outscored them 40-27. That was pretty crazy. We know DeMar DeRozan got a big dunk over there. And the Raptors, he went back to Toronto and got him a win. That was pretty crazy. I mean, because that was a comeback win as well. They outscored them 36-22 in the fourth quarter. That was interesting. Kyrie Irving came back for the Nets. Didn't look too bad yesterday. We know that the Hawks were sitting Trae Young. They're terrible. They only put up 86 points, and the Grizzlies got some revenge versus the Warriors in their spot. They finally win as a heavy favorite, bust them by 20, and then the Suns beat the Hornets there by 8 points, man. But let's go ahead and get into to some money today, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to get some money. Hey, make us feel better. Let's talk about this first game, man. We got the Pelicans versus Pistons. I know that Drew Holiday is gonna be out. My big thing is this Derek Favors gonna be back in there, man. Need Derek Favors back in there. Obviously, like I said, Drummond, he doesn't even look like he's in there. He's obviously finna get traded somewhere. He is not even in it right now. The Pistons are, in my opinion, not playing good ball. The Pelicans are playing a lot better ball than them. I'm not worried about Holiday. We still got ball out there. What you got on this game, Jordan? You think the Pelicans can get it done versus the Pistons?
Yeah, I'm really struggling with why the lines move 3 points in favor of the Pistons in this one with, like you said, with everything they're going through right now. I mean, this team's in absolute disarray. Really, somewhat of a disappointment here just because I think a lot of people picked them to be, a playoff team in the Eastern Conference, and they've gone the absolute wrong direction. So, I mean, it's Pelicans or nothing for me. I don't have a play on this game, but if I did, I would definitely lean towards the Pelicans here. I'm very much baffled because they're a team that actually has a little bit of motivation right now. You're obviously right. They're missing Drew Holiday, and I'm interested to see if their other guys are going to be in tonight. Like you said, Favors. I think JJ Redick's still questionable as well. So that's a lot of firepower missing from them. That's probably one of the reasons why. But yeah, Drew's been out for the last few games, and they've looked fine. So they have enough guys off the bench to fill that void. Each one's moore's been playing well. They have Josh Hart coming in the starting lineup now. They're deep enough to make up for the lack of their Drew Holiday being out there. If there's one position they're deep at, it is shooting guard. So, I think it would. If I get news that Favors is in, JJ Redick's going to play. I think New Orleans is the play here. But no way I'm touching Detroit at all.
You're exactly right, and you know exactly what you're talking about, Jordan. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be sitting there waiting for Favors and Redick are the two big injuries. They set out the last game with a hammy. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. So if they come back here, obviously the Pistons still without Griffin, was still without Luke Kennard. Even though Drummond is out there, he's really not interested. They're just. When I saw him rip his jersey off at halftime, I was like, oh yeah, boy, these boys are finna head to the down. And the coach was pissed at him as well. I wouldn't even play him, me personally, especially if I'm on trade ball. But obviously, you got to show something out there. But he's not interested right now, and he's just playing for himself, and it's showing. Pistons are just not good, and it's a revenge spot as well. Pistons won by 2 versus the Pelicans in their house, so you got a revenge spot as well. Oh, okay, so damn, some shit always come up when we doing the show as well. JJ Redick is ruled out, so. Shit, now, JJ ruled out. Now, the line's going to go up even more now, but I can't say. I still think the Pelicans are playing better than the Pistons right now. It'd be interesting. Need Favors in there, man. Oh, shit, here they go. Ingram.
I take back everything I just said.
But Ingram, questionable now. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge deal. What you got? What you got, Junior? That's why you can't bet some of these games till you know the damn injuries.
Yeah, I was going to say that the reason I stayed off this game in the first place is because I figured that Favors and JJ Redick wouldn't play because, hamstring injuries, you don't get over those too quickly. And if you look at their roster, with those two healthy, those guys are playing 25 plus minutes each. So you don't easily replace that kind of production. If we're just trying to be logical, that's what other reason would the line open at -1 Pelicans and be sitting at -2 Pistons other than a couple of key guys being out? Now that Brandon Ingram's questionable, it's a complete stay away because there's no way on earth I'm going to put money on the Detroit Pistons the way they look. I'm sure y'all seen, Drummond throw the ball at dude's head. Like, he just doesn't give a shit about being in Detroit at all, like Jay Money just mentioned. It's just a complete stay away. It would be New Orleans or nothing. And with, with Ingram looking questionable now, there's much better value in other games.
Yeah, if Ingram don't play, let me see what this total is. I know I don't really play totals. I know they push the pace, but if Ingram don't play, man, that under is gonna be a damn good look, man. I'm telling y'all this year. I'm telling you that right now, because the Pistons don't really have a whole lot of offensive guys. The guys they do, if you lock them up or just contain them or let them get like 20, let D Rose get somewhere around 20. If Drummond does play, if he's interested, he might get 20 and a good 15 rebounds. But other than that, they don't really have a whole lot of threats. You know what I'm saying? Tony Snell, he's a good defensive player. I think that you'll see this total totally plummet if Ingram is out. He's obviously the best one of the best offensive players for the Pelicans. So we'll see. This is one with all those injuries. I was thinking even with So obviously, before Ingram got listed questionable, I wasn't really worried about Redick. You know what I'm saying? I still thought I'd get it done. It favors. He's still questionable right now, but then once you say Ingram questionable, I mean that's throwing a huge wrench in. But still, and know what? I'm not gonna put money on the Pistons in any way, shape, form, or fashion in the near future. So still Pelicans are nothing for me, man. But I hadn't made a bit on it yet. Let's get to the next game. We got the 76ers versus the Pacers here. Line opened up. 76ers is -1. Now it's the flip to the Pacers -2. We got Brogdon questionable here. Brogdon and Sabonis here. I'm always gonna go to my guy Jordan, you know what I'm saying, right there in Indiana. Got season tickets, go to pretty much every game. What you got, man? I know Brogdon had strep throat. Is he coming back in this spot? I'm definitely gonna be liking the Pacers here if Brogdon come back, man. But obviously Embiid is still out as well for the 76ers. But my whole thing is the series is tied 1-1. The home team has won each of these games so far in the series. So I mean, you might have to ride with the home team once again here with Embiid out once again. The 76ers didn't look good versus the Pacers in the last game with Embiid out, and I remember we was all over them that game. What you got, Jordan?
I think both those guys are still officially game time decisions from what I can tell. I don't see news on them dropping here during the show, for instance. I could be wrong, but it looks like, strep throat is a pretty serious injury or pretty serious illness. So I mean, it takes a little while to recover from that if anybody's ever had that. And I mean, to be honest, like the Pacers haven't looked great without Brogdon, but they haven't looked terrible either. So it comes down to, do you think like those guys need another day when you're facing a Philly team without their best player that you might be able to beat anyways, even with Embiid in. So it really just comes down to, I think, whether or not Sabonis and Brogdon are 100%. Because I don't think the Pacers with Oladipo coming back here in a couple of weeks, they're not messing around with stressing any guys right now. They want to get their full roster healthy for the stretch run of the season, post All-Star break especially, and not mess around with any of these knick-knack injuries that could turn into week-to-week injuries. So with that being said, though, yeah, I think if those guys are in, you got to like the Pacers. The line's going to absolutely shoot up if those guys are both confirmed in here at some point. But at the same time, I think the better play here, and we talked about this last week, I think on Friday, of how much Philly loses on defense when Embiid's not in the game. And now they're starting Mike Scott and Horford, who's no slouch defensively, obviously. But if they got both Sabonis and Miles Turner in there, the Philly has absolutely no advantage in the front court in this game. And I think that could really lead to some points here, some easy buckets for the Pacers. Because if those guys are getting driving lanes, especially if Brogdon's in, is getting into the paint and causing havoc, I think the Pacers could easily put up a pretty good amount of points here against a Philly defense that's been very good in the first half, but not very good on the road in the first half as well. You're looking at a first half total only 104 points. It's basically you're betting on one team to get to 55 points if you like the over. And I think Indiana's definitely a good bet to get to 55 plus in the first half here. So I do think I'm going to jump on them if I could confirm those guys are in. But I think the better play right now, I'm betting that they are in and hoping that the total shoots up because of it, because I think the value in the first half here is pretty good, especially if those guys are playing for the over on that one.
Exactly. And my whole thing, Philly has lost their last 5 road games. They are not the same team on the road. Only 7-13. I'm on the road. 6-12-2 ATS on the road. That is not good. And we know the Pacers are a damn good home team, man. Man, if they get Brogdon back here, that's gonna be monster, man. Come on, you better take some. If he had strep throat, that was like 2-3 days ago. He need to take a Z-Pack. He take two of the antibiotic pills the first day, and then by the third day, he been good, bro. You can play. If I can do it, you get your ass out there and play, man. But what you got, Junior?
No, it's a stay away from me until I know what's going on with the health of Brogdon, especially and Sabonis. Obviously, you can't. The 76ers right now on the road are not a bet on team. Everything about them doesn't look good. Their overall record obviously is poor, but there's a couple of different trends that I've noticed with the 76ers. I've been talking about these for most of the season, and it just keeps getting worse. Last season, the 76ers were number 2 in the NBA in free throws per game. Now they're 24th. In their last 10 games, they're 29th. Their offense is not good enough that they can have such a, like, if you go from like 2nd to 10th, 2nd to 15th, that's one thing. But they're gone from 2nd to bottom 5, 6. And in the last game, they're 29th. That's a big deal. They're not getting easy baskets. Obviously, Embiid being out recently has something to do with that because he's one of the league leaders in free throw attempts. But they're not getting easy baskets. They don't score well on the road. They don't defend well on the road either. They've been a top 10 defense all season, but their defense has fallen off so much in the last couple of weeks that they're all the way down to middle of the pack. They're 15th in defensive rating. So it would have to be Pacers or nothing. And if that's the case, I need to know who's healthy for Indiana.
Exactly. My guy just hit everything right there on the head, man. And that's exactly what both of us said. So, I mean, it's one where obviously some key injuries in here, and the line can move either way. That's the whole thing with these injuries. Once somebody is announced in or out, it's gonna be a huge move one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it should go. You see what the Pistons game doing right now, and especially even with somebody being questionable, it's gonna move. It'll be interesting to see, man, if some of these. I'm telling y'all, if they throw a head fake there with Ingram and Favors, and they do end up playing, and we end up getting like a +5 with the Pistons. That's it's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, with +5 with the Pelicans. I mean, sorry, man, both of them P's. But real quick, man, I know y'all was talking about it real quick. What y'all got on the college? I don't like betting football. I'll tell y'all the truth, man. I don't. I mean, if it shit like the Ravens game, man, it's just the exact reason why I don't like betting football. I mean, I know the Titans were a feisty dog, but come on, man, the Ravens. Come on, man. That's why I don't like betting on football. What you got, Junior? You want to say something real quick? I know y'all like that football, man.
Yeah, I mean, tonight, Clemson +5.5. I just think that Clemson, even though they play in a weaker conference, which is what people are going to hold against them, they've just proven talent-wise that they're one of the best teams in the country. Like, they just have a consistency over a couple of years that you can't ignore. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, and I just think that they have more experience in this specific game than LSU does. So if you're going to give me points with them, I'm taking that all day.
Exactly. Yeah. They had the 6.5 at Bovada, man. Boys got it's down to 6 now. It had 6.5 all day at Bovada. That's the book I use, man. Real quick, Jordan, you want to say what you own in the college football college football championship tonight?
Yeah, I think I don't know much about college football, so I defer to you guys, the true sharps of college football here, because I'm much more focused on basketball, obviously. But for the football side of things, it's a little hard to ignore Clemson getting 5.5 tonight. That's pretty much my analysis of it. It's just a lot of points, and I think, like Junior said, it's just a game that could easily be decided by a last-second field goal. I think these two teams are much more evenly matched than almost a touchdown. And like you said, it seems to be steaming downward. So I feel pretty good about. I think it's starting to touch 5 at some shops right now. So I feel pretty good about it. I think there are some people kind of feeling the same way. I've been watching this now for a week or so, and then have finally started to jump on. I think it's going to be finally pushed down these odds. I don't know what it's going to close at tonight, but I'm hoping I'm on the right side, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah, the only thing I don't like, man, that I see late. I know today when I looked, I mean, I see everybody taking it 5.5. Man, it's always scary, man. A trendy dog. You know what I'm saying? LSU didn't damn near look like the NFL team this year, man. But we'll see. It's definitely gonna be a damn good game to watch, man. That's for damn sure. Let's get to the next game, man. NBA wise, the NBA show. You know what I'm saying? We got the Celtics versus the Bulls here, man. Celtics here at the house, and man, the boys, man, I don't have anything good to say about the Celtics. Two straight games, man, where they took my money. I mean, the second game was real. I think it was just the main game versus the Philly game. The one before that, I didn't really care about, but the one versus Philly, that was an absolute must-win spot. You done lost 3 straight games to Philly all year. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, yeah, no, I didn't take them versus the Spurs. I didn't take them versus, but that game versus Philly, oh my God, man, I don't even want to talk about the fucking Celtics right now. Y'all got something. I don't know why they laying doubles. You know what I'm saying? The Bulls hadn't looked like the same team right now. They just beat Detroit or whatever. Zach LaVine has been balling. I'm gonna tell you, if I'm betting this shit, I can only take the points, and I don't. It is what it is. But the Celtics, I don't understand why they're laying 10.5 here. I don't. I mean, because they have to show me that they really, really back, and they're blowing the Pelicans out by 35 points without Favors and Reddick. That's not impressive me. That was back at the house. You had to win that one after you lost versus the 76ers, man. I don't know, man. I might be looking towards the Bulls here, man. What you got, Junior?
I think you're on the right track actually, because even though the Bulls are 3-7 in their last 10, the Celtics haven't been good at home. They're 3-2 in their three and two in their last 5 home games. They're 21st in defense in that span, and this is a defensive team. I'm sure you guys saw that game against the Hawks. They could have very well lost that game too. Trae Young decided to take a 3 over Daniel Tyson, got blocked, but that game could have had a very different outcome. Just not been impressed by them at home recently. That being said, this is just a stay away from me for the simple fact that we've been talking about before. I know I missed all of last week, but we had a theme going on every Monday. We were talking about how the Chicago Bulls defense just keeps moving up in defensive ranking, right? The last time I was on the show, they were fifth in the league in defense. Now they're falling
Not
back to
anymore.
ninth, and they're just not playing the same defense that they were. So I'm kind of hesitant because I don't see an angle here. I play a lot of first halves, but again, just because Boston hasn't looked good at home for the last 2 weeks, I'm just kind of staying away from this and seeing if Boston comes out and take care of business against Chicago, then I'll be back on the Boston home first half bandwagon. But for now, I don't know. They're looking a little iffy at home right now.
Man, them boys. I can't stand them boys, man. They boys miss me off.
Too many points, bro. It's just too many
Them
points.
boys miss me off a huge payday, boy, versus 76. I'm still sick about that, man. This is somewhat of a home and home. You know what I'm saying? Real somewhat. They just played on the 4th of January, so you know what I'm saying. It's not too long ago. You don't like that the Bulls aren't the same team though. Lately, that's the way. If they were playing the same way and they had lost at the house by 7, without Kemba Walker, and they had Wendell Carter Jr. So it's not. I mean, Gafford can come in there and fill in, but I don't know. I mean, then now you thin at the bench. You know what I'm saying now? Because the Gafford's come out bench, it's tough, man. The Bulls 0-5-1 ATS last 6 games, playing on one day's rest. So I mean, we'll see, man. But like I say, the Celtics are not to be trusted right now, man. Especially laying that many points. Shit, they might lose straight up, man. Knowing them boys how they been playing. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah, this is a tough game to bet a spread on, obviously, and I'm probably going to stay away from it just because of that. Because I don't know if you guys mentioned, but Tice is out tonight for the Celtics too, so their front court is already thin at that position. Now it's going to get even thinner. And you're gonna have to probably start Enes Kanter and get Vincent was it Poirier or so, I can't pronounce his last name, but he's gonna have to play significant minutes tonight too at that center position. Even though Chicago's without their starting center, I mean that initially when I saw the Tice news, I was like, oh well, I should probably bet the over, and I didn't, and now it's steamed up 2 points, so I feel pretty shitty about that. But I mean, so that'd be the direction I think this game's going. Is it could speed up and have a lot of Olay defense in the paint? Because I mean, Lauri Markkanen starting at center, there's going to be zero defense on that side of things. So, or I guess Gafford's in now, but he's pretty good defensively, but he's still pretty brass. He gets out of position sometimes. He could get into foul trouble. So there's a lot of things that could lead to not a whole lot of defense from either team in this one. But like you guys said, it's really tough. It's really hard to trust Chicago to score points if and when the Boston defense does somehow show up tonight. So it's probably a stay away spot for me, especially now that I didn't get on the total earlier when Tice got ruled out. So I think I'm just going to lay off.
Exactly. Yeah, the Celtics are the better team, but the whole thing is they got to show me, man. They have to show me. I mean, that was their first game. They had just lost 3 straight games before that versus Pelicans. So hey, if they show me here they going to blow out the Bulls, like Junior say, maybe you know what I'm saying, I'll believe they're back. But I got to see it first, man. I hadn't took the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't took the Bulls, and it's only going higher. If I do like the Bulls, I'll wait to the last minute and take. I mean, this one might touch 11. Everybody's going, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna go and bet the Celtics here, and they could cover, but it's Bulls or nothing for me. That's the only way that I could look at it, man. Them boys are not playing solid. I mean, what if they look past the Bulls? What if they don't really care about this game? Let's get to the next game, man. We got OKC versus the Timberwolves here, man. Like I said, OKC just got them boys. Them boys lost to the Lakers without LeBron and AD. I didn't think I would see it. That game went from OKC plus 1.5 to -8. I think it maybe even closed at 9, man, because everybody went to hop in OKC, and them boys get smacked around them there by 30, by 25 points. That was brutal. That was at the house. I guess it's a bounce back spot for him. You remember last time they played though. I remember this game, man. I'll never forget it. The Timberwolves had this game in their hand. Then this one, Chris Paul. I can't stand Chris Paul. I don't know why he did like 2-3 things like this, man. His shirt ain't tucked in. It was right before, and then some shit happened. You know what I'm saying? They get a technical foul. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened. Timberwolves missed shot. OKC get back, end up winning the game, and the Timberwolves just pissed it away. You know what I'm saying? They back at the house again. It'd be interesting to see, man. Timberwolves still can. Hey, them boys ain't been playing too bad lately. I know I've been keeping a real fine touch on them, man. I know it's a bounce back spot for OKC, but I'm leaning towards the Timberwolves. I probably won't bet the game because I know OKC is technically light years better than them. But at the house, if they remember that and they pissed off, man, hey, you can see the Timberwolves win this game outright. I'm telling you, if they remember that, I'm pretty sure they do though. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting game. We got confirmation earlier that Karl Anthony Towns is going to miss again. That's not too much of a surprise. But if you look at the last 10 games for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they have the best first half defense in the league. Like they've been legitimately much better on defense without Karl Anthony Towns starting at center, which I think has gone not underlooked, I think, lately because it's become such a big sample size now that more people are getting hip to it, I think. But like the Minnesota at home now, with Gorgie Jank starting at center is actually a plus defensive team, and they've shown that. And OKC now coming in, obviously very motivated after getting embarrassed in their last game. They're calling cards on defense, and they've actually been a little bit better on defense on the road too. And so I'm just gonna kind of bet that both of these teams are going to try to be very motivated on the defensive end as we open up this game. And I think 112.5 points here in the first half is just a few too many, simply just because of A, how Minnesota's been playing, and B, if OKC's motivated enough, I think their defense can actually play really well in this spot as well, as they match up pretty well against Minnesota. You got a lot of wings on either side that can defend. I mean, there could be a lot of missed shots early in this game before the kind of legs start to get tired a little bit in the second half potentially. So I'm looking towards the under in this one, the first half. It's starting to tick down in the full game, but it hasn't really started in the first half line too much. So I'm hoping that they played a little bit more towards OKC's pace and not Minnesota's, which is the biggest, I think, thing I'm worried about in this one. But I think OKC's good enough to slow down this pace enough, grab the game. They're obviously favored, so I think there's somewhat of a good chance that the game script goes their way, and they're able to slow this game down and keep Minnesota from running up and down the court, obviously, on them. That's the biggest thing, but I think that's going to happen tonight, at least in the first half.
Exactly. And the Timberwolves aren't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? They seventh in the league in defense in the last 5 games. So, and for a while there, they were number one. So I mean, they can. I know that last game, obviously, you're gonna drop after giving up 139 to the Rockets there in their house, and it was a Rocket spot. They were just pissed off there. The Timberwolves had never had a chance in that game. So now they come back to the house. I mean, they off a blowout loss as well. You know, they're a home team with revenge here. Like I say, I know it seems contrarian, but and I know OKC was playing really good ball, but honestly, I don't know. Yeah, and that game did close 9. I don't know how in the hell you lose that game. I'm sorry to the Lakers. I know the Lakers came out ball. I mean, Danny Green sat out as well. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Danny Green sit out too?
Yeah, he
was
did.
Out.
Junior
smacked him.
You got no fucking excuse for that after the way you've been playing, but they did. What you got on this game, Junior?
I might ride with my boy Jordan on that first half under, but I got Thunder minus a half under. I'm sorry, minus a half first half. Thunder minus 2.5 for the game. I see it shooting up to 3.5 in some spots. I'm just going with a bounce back angle. The sample size that we've gotten from the Thunder has been pretty big. They're 11-4 in the last 15 games, so that's like a span of like a month and change. So their record is no fluke. They're a quality team. They have the best ATS record in the NBA at 26-13, and I just think that they're coming into a spot where I agree with everything that Jordan just said. Minnesota's looked really good, but Minnesota's still a 5-11-1 ATS home team, which is one of the I think the second worst record in the NBA as far as ATS at home. I just think that the way that not only did OKC get embarrassed, like that first quarter, they were down, I believe, like 41 to like 18, 19 on their home court. I mean, that's just a shameful display. They can never really recover from that first quarter. And I think that they're going to take that energy into this game and come out against a Minnesota team that, in my opinion, has actually overachieved with Karl Anthony Towns out. It definitely doesn't look good for all the people that talk shit about how Cat plays no defense. The first of those being Joel Embiid, because that's what Joel Embiid always says about Cat. These stats are kind of proving that point where, you know, he better come back. Like if he comes back and their defensive rating plummets, that's an indictment on Cat. But let's just stick to this game. I just think that the Thunder come out here. I just think that right now, with what we've seen from the Thunder for the last month, 2.5 is really, really cheap against one of the worst home teams in the NBA.
Yeah, it's up to 3 down, bro, and My only thing is, and I probably won't take the Timberwolves here, but I'm just saying they've been playing a lot better lately. They have revenge. They're with me. They absolutely hate Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? That game was at the house too. The crowd gonna be out to get them, man. We'll see. Like I say, it is a bounce back spot for them, but I mean, you can't shy away that the Timberwolves off a 30-point loss as well. I mean, they're not that same team, but they don't have Teague in there now. They got Napier in there. They like a revamped team right now. Napier cover. You know what I'm saying? Puts them young guys in there. Covington, Deane, like you say, they much better defensively now. OKC still without Noel. It is a bounce back spot for him, but I mean, maybe OKC is about to start regressing back to the mean because we know. I mean, both of you guys know they were overachieving. I mean, OKC wasn't supposed to be this good. They went on a run. Then now you come in that old OKC team. There's no way in hell they would have been down first quarter to that Lakers. There's no way in hell they didn't even come to play. They didn't show up, man. Let's get to the next game, but I'm leaning Timberwolves, man. I am. I'm leaning Timberwolves at the house. If they remember that shit, man, hey, I can't stand Chris Paul for that, man. That was some. He had like a little kid out there.
That's the NBA version
you already
of the
look
tuck
like
rule,
a
right?
little kid still, and then you're gonna do that little snotty nose shit. What you say?
I said it's the NBA tuck rule.
That was some bull right there, man. Kyrie play with his jersey out every game.
Every single game, bro.
Right.
Every single game.
And he's not the only one.
Kyrie's jersey is out of his shorts every single game, bro.
And ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him. Let's get to the next game, man. So I just had to vent on that real quick because I remember that shit like it was yesterday, man. I see Timberwolves remember that, boy. They're gonna smack they're gonna, hey, this score might be the same thing in the first quarter. It ain't gonna be like that. I'm just messing with you. Let's get to the next game, man. We got the Hornets versus the Blazers. I don't know why the Blazers are laying this many points. I know it's a back-to-back. I know that the Hornets can barely score. And I'm watching this game yesterday, and they losing versus the Suns. They were in it. I mean, they were battling. They don't have their offense isn't that good, but I mean, they play some defense. The Hornets like to play low-scoring games, man. They do. But still, in this spot, the Blazers are not a bet on team, let alone laying 9.5, man. I'm not a fan of the Hornets, and obviously this is a stay away, but I don't know why it's went up from 8 to 9.5. What you got, Jordan? You think it's too many points, or you think it's a good get right spot for this Blazers team?
Yeah, I mean, even if it is a get right spot for them, can they even win by double digits? Against anybody at this point? Like I know they have Hassan Whiteside coming back tonight, so that's obviously a big help from coming off their last game. But I mean, still, like, yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't think there's any way I can touch the Blazers side of this. If there is a side, I'd have to be confident that the Hornets are going to make enough shots. I feel like I'm a broken record when I talk about the Charlotte Hornets, but I'm going to say it again. If they're making shots, they're going to cover. If they're not hitting their threes, they're just going to get blown out. Like, it's pretty much what you're betting on with this Hornets team if you're taking 9.5 with them tonight. So I don't know. The total, yeah, initially it was definitely too many points, but now it's shot down like 3.5. So there's just not a whole lot of value left in it, I don't think, or like 2.5 points, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Portland's defense is bad enough to where I think you could bet on Charlotte making shots tonight. I know they've had a few injuries, but it looks like they're completely healthy here. If they're running, like if Graham and Rozier are getting into the paint and against his defense that it is not going to be I mean, against the Hornets you never know, but my guess is the Hornets will be able to score a few points tonight. So yeah, I mean it's probably Hornets or nothing for me. I'm going to lay off for now. But it is. I wouldn't talk you out of the Hornets tonight. That's for sure.
Exactly. And my only thing that gets to me, and I know that the Hornets aren't a good team, but see, they can be scrappy. And you saw it last night. I'm like, damn, are the Suns gonna lose another game? I mean, Devin Booker was doing what he do. I mean, the Suns played really good last night. You can't give it to credit. But my thing is, and you see Rozier trying to, you know what I'm saying, and Rozier wasn't even in the game late there. It's like I don't know. I ain't gonna say it, but it's like maybe they shouldn't have got Rozier. I think Graham could have ran the show. I think they're saying that like, damn, maybe we didn't need Rozier type shit. But hey, we'll see, man. The whole thing is, can they play some defense on Lillard and McCollum? That's the whole thing. Whiteside, not really worried about. I mean, obviously the Hornets are a small team, but you nailed it right there, man. Devontae Graham, I mean, if he's hitting those threes, then you know what I'm saying, them boys can win this game outright. If you get that 30, 40 point Devontae Graham and he goes off, because it's crazy when they're hitting their shots, then they play better defense and they're not really hitting them, then that's when the other team get, you know what I'm saying, fast break points. The Blazers are 0-4-1 ATS last 5 home games. They're laying 9.5. I don't understand it. I really don't. And this guy stink. I mean, they opened at 8, went up to 9.5 because of Whiteside. What? Nah, bro. Nah. I know it's a back-to-back spot. they hadn't won either game. You know what I'm saying, on this road trip. So it is obviously they're going from Phoenix up to Portland. So we'll see, but I still don't think that even though it's a back to back, I still think it's too many points, man. It's the Hornets or nothing for me. What you got, Junior?
I just want to say something about that. Do the Hornets think that maybe they should not have gotten Terry Rozier? Um, Devontae Graham makes 1.4 million. Terry Rozier makes 18.9 million. So I'm pretty sure that they're not too happy about that investment in Charlotte.
Michael Jordan doesn't have a great
said,
history of spending good money, though. So, I mean, does it really surprise you?
Yeah, he just got too much. He just got his money's too long. He doesn't even see the value in it. You don't care about 18 million. But anyways, it's just too many points for Portland. Portland is not a good basketball team. So if you're asking me to lay double digit, or have a bad basketball team win by double digit points against anybody, I'm just not going to get into that business. I just think that if you're going to pick a side, you should just take Charlotte, which means you just should stay away from this game because Charlotte on the road. Come on, just stay away from this game, please.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a stay away. It's a Hornets or stay away from me, man. It's a Hornets. I'm just not a fan of this Blaze team at the house. I mean, you're gonna need Dame and CJ really to each ball out like 30 apiece. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they don't even see this. Dame already looking damn near like he want to trade. He don't want to be on this team. He wants to be on a contender. You know what I'm saying? They had high hopes. They have high hopes every year, and then they are just ass this year. I mean, 8 games under 500? Dame might be like looking for a trade. Like, man, it might be my time might be up here, bro. Y'all send me somewhere else, or y'all gonna have to do some, you know what I'm saying, get some pieces over here or something. We'll see, man. We'll see. Like I say, the Hornets have been a great under team, man. They just like to slow the pace down, but the Blazers, you cannot trust them boys' defense. They don't have other outside of Dame than CJ, man. They're risk the team. I'm sorry, man. You got Anthony Simmons out there. I'll say it time and time again. If he's out there starting, man, you got problems. If he out there getting serious minutes in today's NBA, man. We got the Magic and the Kings here next, man. 2 under teams as well. Magic on the road, their offense gets even worse, man. They only 5-13 on the road. The spread has went down. You can't trust the Kings right now, man. Obviously, it's gonna be interesting to see if Bagley's gonna come to play here. Who else you see? Did I see Harrison Barnes? It was somebody else like that little key player. If they was gonna play. What you got on this game, Junior? You got anything on this Kings and Magic spot?
Just a lot of question marks, bro. I mean, Bagley, Bjelica, Barnes, Bogdanovich, and Holmes might all not play. So how could I really take the Kings?
Corey Joseph as well.
Yeah, come on, bro. Who's even play? So who's played for the Kings? Some D leaguers? Where's their D League team out of? What city would that be? Get out of here, bro. I'm not that. This is
Stockton, right down the street, I think.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Yeah, I might have to jump on something here. So you telling me Holmes is out, Bogdanovich is out, Corey Joseph is questionable with an illness. Bjelica
and you're getting points with Orlando.
Bagley is gonna play, huh?
And you're getting points with Orlando.
Yeah, and that's why it's went down. And Gordon, you got Gordon questionable. I remember because I faded the Magic the last game. Gordon and Augustine still questionable. We need to see what's up with them. This line gonna be going all over the place. Some huge injuries here. I can't say the Kings. I can tell you this for sure. Bogdanovich is a huge part. I know that they got Fox back now and they're gonna get Bagley back tonight, but still Bogdanovich still and Holmes. That's one of them more. He's their starting center. Now you forcing Deadman to play. He's disgruntled, want to play for another team, really. So I mean, it could be like an interview, but really, I mean, he hadn't even been playing so long. So he's good for defense, but not really a whole lot of offense. You missing Joseph as well, man. It's gonna be a bunch of offense missing, man. I might have to hop on the under here. Let's see. And Gordon and Augustine, game time decisions, both of them game time decisions. They're gonna make us wait because that's real big to me. And if Augustine and Gordon is out for both of them, man, this is gonna be an under smash, absolutely smash. If they're in though, might have to look towards the Magic in this one. It's crazy because some of these injuries, it's tough to say that I can't just say which one now because I need to know. If them boys out, I'm not back in the Magic. I just, you know what I'm saying, made some money fade them boys without them. Anything you got on this game, Jordan? I know you might be liking the under here.
Yeah, that would be the only play I would look towards. This game is just so much up in the air right now that you can't really quantify anything. And at the same time, like you said, it might be first team to 100 to win this game. So really just depends on the late night injuries. If you're plugged in late at night around 8-9 o'clock tonight, we might be getting news on this game. That might be the time to jump on it because I think I saw. Is Barnes okay and Bielitsa going to play? Is that I know Corey Joseph's questionable, and then you got Gordon questionable on the other side. I'm just trying to keep a handle on what all could happen tonight in regards to injuries. It's just way too much to try to keep track of at this point in the at this point you're talking about 8 hours plus before the game. So I'm going to lay off until further notice tonight, but could be one where I might jump on the Magic if a half of Sacramento is out tonight and they're having to pull guys up from Stockton tonight. But yeah, that's the under would probably be a better play just because there could be so much offense missing tonight from both sides if Gordon's out.
Exactly, and the Magic team are under team regardless. Even if Gordon and Augustin, they still are under team. Play really good. Still one of the better defenses in the league. And so it says that that Barnes is probable and Bagley are probable. Corey Joseph questionable with the illness, so if he does play, he probably won't be at 100%. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But the Kings been trying to show little strides here lately. They have been trying to show strides, but you still don't have a good coach, man. So and Holmes is a huge miss when that's their starting center. A lot of big, huge energy guy, and you already don't have a lot of bigs. Now you're going to face this Magic team. It's probably good. They're gonna kill them on the boards tonight, bro. They just are. You need Holmes versus the Magic. That's really the little hope that you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's Magic or nothing, man. The Kings started to miss too many guys now, man. They are, but they get Bagley back. We'll see. The Cavs versus Lakers, man. Last game, Lakers laying 14 here. Now LeBron probably gonna come back here. Bradley gonna be back here. Rondo questionable. Obviously Anthony Davis questionable. He never questionable every game. He probably gonna. I would sit Davis. My opinion. You sit him as long as you can, man. That guy's he's very fragile, man. Obviously Cavs going to play, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really a whole lot of players on that team. Thompson and Love, that's about it. They upset the Nuggets over there though in the last game. So it'll be interesting to see. Hey, them boys might be getting too many points here. What you got, Junior?
I got Lakers first half. Listen, we don't really have that much time, so I'll just be honest. I could get analytical going to all the numbers, but Lakers are the best first half team in the NBA. The Cavaliers are the worst first half team in the NBA. So I'm taking the Lakers. You know LeBron's going to play. Anthony Davis probably going to play too. And what the Cavs do well, the Lakers can shut down. Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love both play really well against the Denver Nuggets. And I actually like that the Cavs won that game in Denver because the Lakers have to take them more seriously, at least to start the game. What I assume is going to happen, in my opinion, is that the Lakers are going to jump out to the league and then cruise in the second half, which is why I don't like the full game spread because the Cavs are still an NBA team, right? So you can't just take for granted that the Lakers are going to give 100% effort against a team they know they're going to beat before the game even starts. So that's just too many points in that situation for me.
Damn, yeah. And if the Lakers are laying this many points, how many are the Clippers going to be laying tomorrow? This is the first game of a back-to-back for the Cavs. Their schedule is finna get pretty tough here, man. I'm glad, like you said, they done covered their last three games. They're 3-0 ATS the last three, then won their past two. One in Detroit in overtime, then they come all the way across the country and win in Denver. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be real interesting to see. And that was as 12.5 point dog. They coming to play LeBron here again. Get first game of a back-to-back. Exum is questionable as well. Be interesting to see. I know it's going to be a terrible spot for them boys tomorrow. The spread probably should be at 20 tomorrow, boy. But it'll be. I hope the Cavs give it their all tonight. I hope they damn near win. To be honest with you, but yeah, you could definitely see a backdoor cover here. As if you get a point shaving Braun here tonight, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we just come out here. We'll be up by 20 beginning of fourth quarter. We'll let them, you know what I'm saying, go on a run, win this game by 10. We still get the L
against his hometown team, you know.
I could definitely. Hey, he might, and his partners, they still stay up there. Hey, take Cleveland tonight plus the 14. We gonna win. I'm gonna make sure we just win by 12-13, bro. I'm gonna make sure. You might have to score for the other team. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah, you guys are. You guys might be onto something with that too. The only thing that concerns me, especially for those laying the points with LA tonight, is this may be the last motivated Cleveland game you get before the real tanking starts and they start trading off pieces here. We're less than a month to the trade deadline, man. They got a back-to-back against the two best teams in the Western Conference. Marquee opportunities here for their young players to get some real experience against the contenders in this team. And then the rest of the season is pretty much done for them. These are their playoff games. It's definitely Cleveland or nothing for me. I'm definitely not laying 14 with LA because Anthony Davis is definitely not playing tonight. You understand if Anthony Davis came back tonight and got re-injured, what the headlines would be in Los Angeles tomorrow morning because he played a meaningless game against the Cavs. No way he's playing tonight. So it'd be definitely Cavs or nothing for me in this spot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, Danny Green, Davis, and Rondo. If they sit all those guys, I mean, you'll see here. Let me just put it this way: you'll see if the Lakers care about this game. Like Junior said, I mean, if Davis plays, if Davis or Rondo play, then they care about. I ain't gonna say Rondo really. I mean, he injured his finger last game, but if Davis for sure, if he plays, the Lakers care about this game. If they sit, go ahead and sit Green again, sit Rondo and Davis. They don't care about this game, and they just gonna skate through it. I'm telling you this right now. And they coming off a huge win without their both their superstars. So obviously LeBron gonna want to do it, but they gonna want to stick it to him as well. And Jordan made a good point there. This is probably one of the last games they don't care about because this on this road trip. I'm telling you, it's finna get ugly starting tomorrow. Y'all mark my words. It's finna get ugly. You finna see some devastating losses by the Cavs. They finna be in some terrible travel spots, and we're gonna try to cash it together, man. Y'all know what's up. Junior, real quick, you recap your plays for me, my guy.
Yeah, I only got 3 plays. I got the Lakers first half, Thunder first half, Thunder full game.
Recap your plays for Jordan.
Yeah. Real quick, I got over in the first half of Philly and Indiana at 104, and I got under in the first half in Minnesota OKC at 112 and a hook.
Got you. And I was looking at the Pelicans, man. Don't like that Ingram. If Ingram in Favors is in, and I don't like that. I didn't know that Ingram. He wasn't even on the injury report yesterday. I definitely need Ingram, but I need Favors. I know Redick out, and I'm gonna be on the Pelicans, man. I'm looking towards the Pacers as well. I'll tweet you guys the injury info, man. But leaning towards the Pacers. I'm leaning towards the Bulls, the Timberwolves, the Hornets, the Magic, and the Cavs. Man, I'll let you guys know what's official later. It's some huge injuries out here, man. I'm sorry. I'm not. I got real money on this shit, man. I need to know who ends now, and that gives me more confidence on my bets, man. Y'all know what's up. Y'all come back and holler at us tomorrow. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to Jam with J Money. Let's say Alos Bookmakers.